Ich will spielen! Los! Ab das Feuer! Sofort! Mann, Nachrichter! Ich will am Tournament spielen! Los! Starte das verdammte Spiel! Starte das Spiel, du Hurensohn! Ich will spielen! Ich sag's nicht noch einmal! Los! Aus dem Weg! Ach! Was ist das denn? Oh mein Gott, was ist geschehen? Ich will spielen!
Hey there you, don't be like this guy. Instead follow these few simple tips to help your experience with the KMS Tirpitz, or any other similar overlooked battleships of the high tier. 1. Do your best to keep most of the shooting at longer ranges between 3.8 and 5.0 km out. With your good maneuverability coupled with your opponent's shell drift, you will find it not so hard to dodge a large percentage of their shells, especially if they are Alsace mains. 2. If you must charge the distance in order to fulfill your glorious purpose like an absolute fool, at least make sure you have backup. Tirpitz is a commerce raider, which means it can kill anything lighter and faster than it and can outrun or hurt anything bigger than it. 3. You have torpedoes, but that does not mean you have to use them. Keep them in the spare just in case some creep come poking around an island looking for trouble. Or throw them out there if you are retreating to discourage those pesky Montanas from following or at least broadsiding you. Eventually you will get good enough to where you can just glance and throw them out in a random direction and get a few hits. Until that happens, avoid ranges of 3.5 km or less. 4. Never go too close range with an enemy battleship with 50% or more HP left. If you do this, may as well pull down your pants, because if they don't kill you, you will be so low on HP that you will be a one-shot for the MGM noob, with a full premium Alsace hiding on the other side of that island. 5. Tirpitz is a fast battleship, which means hunting destroyers and cruisers come as second nature to the Queen of the North. Especially at late game when it's a 1v1 and you and the Shimeikas you are fighting have only half HP left. Switch to HE shells and wait for them. Shimeikas mains have the attention span of a goldfish, and thus they will be desperate to get back to their YouTube shorts by ending the fight as soon as possible. Use their impatience to your advantage by lying in wait behind an island. If he comes around your front, wait for him to close the distance to 1.7 km and put your ship in second speed. As soon as he comes from around the island, or gets closer than 0.8 km out, hit a speed boost and go full speed. Most of the time they will have already launched their torps, and the sudden speed increase will throw their accuracy off. Keep him at close range and turn broadside, and hit him with all 8 fascism throws. If he goes around the back, repeat the same steps, except hot the speed boost and full speed the second before he comes around the island, and don't broadside him. I hope these tips were helpful. They may not always result in a win, but if you follow as many as you can 9/10 times, you will be able to mock the Chinese noobs and the Alsace and Yamato mains on your team by outscoring them by literally hundreds of thousands of damage points. In the right hands, a single Tirpitz can cause a lot of damage and headache for the enemy team.